Hey everybody, how you doing? Hey, listen up, I got a big announcement. Me and my friend Lexi Schlimmer of Hess Van Schlimmer Metalworks have recently teamed up for this year on November 24th. Riffs for Gifts. This will be a Toys for Tots charity rock show over at Pops in Sauget, Illinois, and it will feature Outrun the Fall, The Poor, Steeples, Monk and the People, The Matching Shoe, and Silent Hollow. This will be a $10 donation at the door or $5 donation with a toy donation also. So we're going to try to raise a bunch of money and a bunch of toys for the kids, for the neighborhood, do a little good for the neighborhood. And I've heard a little rumor maybe that Santa Claus might be there, so that's really exciting. Can't wait to see you all out there. Again, November 24th, Riffs for Gifts over at Pops. More details will be coming soon, but do not miss this show. Biggest thing I've been a part of yet, and I'm so excited to see everybody. And it's going to be a great night for a great cause. See you all very soon. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, this is Lexi
and Sid
of Hess Van Schlimmer Metalworks and Art, home of the Schlimmer Metal Wolves. We are a small but furious family-run welding, fabrication, and metalworks shop with CNC capabilities and now full-scale powder coating operation. We bring unique, affordable quality art to life within the realm of practicality. Whether it's signs, sculptures, railings, shelves, furniture, or even just powder coat for your rims or your patio set, give us a look. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or call 618-670-5724. We are Hess Van Schlimmer Metalworks. That was terrible.
We tried.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here. Let me tell you about my friends over at Naked Vine, located at 1624 Clarkson Road in Chesterfield, Missouri, serving up all kinds of delicious wine, whiskey, and local craft beers. Hey, swing by and visit them Tuesday through Saturday. They do live music a lot on the weekends. This coming up Thursday, October 18th, Phil and Carson from the Scandaleros. Friday, October 19th, Pat Liston. And Saturday, October 20th, the Bedlam Brothers. And I will be back out at Naked Vine on November 13th for my next Rock Paper Podcast singer-songwriter storytelling showcase with Maddie Shell, Nick Gussman, and Sean Kimball. So don't miss that show. You can find all this at nakedvine.net. Be sure to follow along with them also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the show.
Podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
You're listening to the Rock Paper Podcast, Dean Justus of Justus and the Experience. Check it out.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Actually in Granite City, Illinois, with Dean Justus of Justus and the Experience.
Hey, how's everybody going out there?
Hey man, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is exciting, man. Oh. I'm glad to be here today. I talk about a lot on this show, but I love that this show continues to introduce me to new music coming out of St. Louis, and that's the case today, man. That's our first time getting to meet here on the mic and getting to talk and get to learn all about what Justus and the Experience has been up to. Yeah, man. So I'm thrilled to be here today and meet you and get and talk about all this stuff.
I'm honored to be here today, man. So appreciate you coming and letting us be on Rock Paper Podcast. Yeah, it's an awesome thing.
Well, let's go start, man, at the beginning. Like, tell me a little bit about how this all started for you. Like, I guess we all grew up here in the area, or?
Well, I'd say, I grew up in Granite City, Illinois. I took off about 18 years old and traveled around the United States. Traveled 48 of the 50 states, pretty much lived in Colorado and worked at ski resorts and toured around, just not doing music, but kind of like a deadhead kind of thing with String Cheese Incident for multiple years, multiple summers, winter tours, stuff like that with my best friend. And came back and kind of was like, man, what makes me dance? I want to play some music again. I wasn't in the high school band no more. I was all past that, and decided the banjo made me dance. Yeah. Every time I heard a banjo, man, I couldn't help but kick off my shoes and stomp my feet. So from there, I picked up the banjo and started playing the banjo, and Josh Witt called me up one day and asked me if I wanted to play some music. I started playing music with him. John Foster got a hold of me, asked me if I wanted to play some music, started playing with music with him, and then from there, the Odd Conversations kind of took off with us and a bunch of buddies of Rich Fleetwood and Tommy Buckingham and just a bunch of people. And then we all kind of separated, just kind of doing our own thing, and all of a sudden, Just Us and the Experience popped up. I grabbed the ukulele from the banjo and fell in love with the ukulele. It just opened up a whole new world of music, a whole new just feeling inside as I played music, because music's all about the feeling, If you don't catch the feeling, you ain't catching music. And the banjo gave me that dancing feeling out in the crowd to dance and stomp my feet. But once I picked up that ukulele, I found a voice. And I guess the Lord or somebody told me that, your voice is powerful, so go out and start making music with the ukulele.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah.
That all those guys, except for Tommy, I don't think I know him, but John, Rich, and Josh have all been on the show recently, so those guys all become buddies and things. So
we're all a family of musicians, honestly, man. I mean, we're all friends, family. We love to play together, pick together, love together, just everything. We're all just a loving family. Hugs, drinking, fires. Picking, just good old times.
There's a lot of great things happening in this area between Granite and Belleville and all. There's a lot of great music coming out of the Illinois side here right now. So. It's a lot of fun, man. I've been over here several times. We're trying to document all this and keep up with everything. But a lot of good things happening right now over here.
I so agree. I think St. Louis and Illinois sometimes is a little underrated for the music scene we have. We have a great local music scene that a lot of times we're overlooked. But at the same time, man, just all the music going on in this town, you can't catch it all. Mm-hmm. You can't catch it all. There's so much going on from the east side to the Missouri side and everything. Just so much music that you just can't catch it all.
Yeah.
It's an experience, I'd say.
Yeah. So you said that you grabbed the uke. When was that? About 2 years or something?
I'd say about 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I grabbed the ukulele and like I said, I absolutely fell in love with it. I don't know. I guess. I'm a little connected with Hawaii. My mom got pregnant with me there and spent the first 8 months there.
Okay.
And then she came back and had me in Granite City, Illinois, because that's where she was born and raised, was Granite City and Madison, Illinois. And my best friend I actually met in my sophomore year of high school in the high school band. He lives down in South Carolina now. He was from Hawaii. His family still lives in Hawaii, but we met in Granite City somehow. And then the very first ukulele that got handed to me was some bandmates. Came from Hawaii also. So something about it just seems to keep popping up, but the instrument just opened up a whole new thing, and I've been probably playing for about 2.5 years, 3 years now. I honestly, man, I want to just learn more and more on it every day. It's such a happy instrument. Every time you pick it up, you can't help but smile,
Yeah, man.
And stuff. It brings a peace about you.
So around that time you started writing too, or are you always been writing? Or?
Well, I've been writing for a long time. I did hip hop for a while and stuff. I DJ'd for a while. I ran another company with another friend. We threw shows and was a production company. And like I said, throughout the years of just my life, I've always kept a journal. I've always wrote about stuff. If I had a feeling or I had something that was going on, usually I'd hit a pen and a pad and I'd write it down. And that was one of my expressions. And then I found out that through music, I could actually express what I was seeing going on in the world, and I could, express how I was feeling, and just, it was a voice, a different voice, and it wasn't a voice of power. Not saying that. It was a voice of comfort. It was a voice of guidance. It was a voice of knowledge. I guess is the best word I'm looking for. You know, it was something to heal the hearts of the people, because I had known what it was like to hurt for a while. You know what I'm saying? I mean, life can beat you up, and music can be your therapy, and it's many people's therapy, and a lot of people don't have the gift of playing music, and have the gift of playing music and write and be able to touch them people. You're truly robbing them if you don't help them out. So, you know, I mean, that's kind of how I got writing, in a sense of just being like, you know, I truly want to help people. I truly want to help this world, man. There's something going on in this world that needs a little bit of love. Everybody's searching for love, and without that love, man, you know, we're kind of lost and stuff, you know. And love is the answer to everything. So, I guess the ukulele and writing and stuff, how it all came along was I was just writing my own feelings of life. And everything, you know. So that's how I got writing, was the journal and just life in general. You know.
Well, you said hip hop, man. That's quite the stretch from what you're doing. What you're doing now, like it's a pretty big difference. Today's music and stuff, but I mean, I think it's all there's. It's fun to hear those kind of stories, though, that where some of this starts and where. You know, where it's at now. Like I know quite a few friends like that have, you know, transcended between different genres and everything else, like whatever. But it's all still, the message is still there. Like, you know,
truly.
So,
well, to me, I've never shied away from doing listening to Grateful Dead, which is my biggest influence in this world is Grateful Dead, probably, and like Jack Johnson and stuff like that. But I never shied away from that music. I love that music. I wasn't just hip hop. It was just. I never really played string instruments, man. I really loved Tupac and Biggie Smalls and some Dell, you know, Homo Sapien and Both Sides of the Brain and like Devin the Dude and Cool Keith and Dr. Octagon and just the underground true, you know, hip hop. It wasn't the mainstream rap.
Right.
I really loved the messages they put out and the music they put out, you know. And so me personally, I got up in Leadville, Colorado, working at a ski resort, and Leadville, Colorado is only about 2,000 people. So everybody knows everybody. Yeah. You know, everybody knows everybody. And I'd sit around listening to Too Short and listening to Biggie Smalls and Tupac and all the people. And this was probably 2002, 2001, maybe 2001. Right. No, it was 1999 and 2000 it was. And I'd sit around freestyling. Rapping, because that's what I knew back then, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't really hit it yet. I hadn't found the Dead and everything. I was about 21 years old. I hadn't found the Dead yet. And about 22 years old, 21 years old, I ran across the Dead, and everything changed. But hip-hop never left my heart. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop never left my heart, to where at first it was easier to do hip-hop than it was the music I'm doing now, because it was partying, it was smoking weed, it was drinking, it was women, it was money, it was cars, it was, oh, you know, give me that blunt, let me smoke it up, blah blah stuff, you know what I'm saying? It was just what I was living at that time. Yeah. Truly what I was living at that time, the fast life. And eventually I slowed down in life, you know what I'm saying? And I found a different family, and I found a different life with string cheese. And I started moving in a different direction from then. Yeah. And from there, you know, it taught me that it wasn't about chasing the money and about chasing all this. It would truly riches, you know, sometimes come when you're the poorest in life, and your biggest lessons come down when you're the lowest in life. But music will always pick you up and keep you going, in a sense, man. You know, as Bob Marley says, you know, music doesn't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you feel it. You feel no pain when the music hits you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And stuff. So I followed it and stuff, and then from there, just it built up to me starting to play music. So it went from me being on a microphone and MCing and DJing and all that to me starting to play music. And then Josh Witt said the biggest thing to me one day, and he goes, "Man, brother, your music's good when you rhyme and stuff like that, but the day you start writing from your heart is the day the music's gonna start really meaning something." Mm-hmm. And it seemed like once I grabbed my banjo and then grabbed my uke, I started being able to write from the heart more. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just hip hop. It wasn't just rap no more. Not taking anything away from rap or hip hop, man. There's some great messages out there. Just got to find them. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't writing from the heart. I was writing from the mind. You get what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know, you can write from two different spots. You can write from your mind, or you can write from your heart. And I was writing from my mind at that point. But truly nowadays it's also the experience, man. I'll tell you that, man. I mean, truly it's the experience of being part of this family.
Right.
Having the family there, all of us jamming together, all of us playing together, stuff like that. I mean, that's truly what it is nowadays. It's not just how can I put it? Money. It's not just egos. It's not just fame. It's none of them. It's just a bunch of family, people having a good time, man. You know, I mean, that's the best part about it right now is honestly the good times. Like, I hope later on when I look back, these will be the moments I remember is the people that we were jamming, we were having fun, the people that was showing up and dancing and having fun, and wasn't none of us making nothing but music.
Right.
And memories.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at. You know, I mean, that's truly where it's at.
I totally get that. That's what I do with my life. I'm trying to put as much music and love and everything out there and in my own world and stuff. Like, I try to listen to music. Either I'm listening to it or I'm going out and seeing live music almost every day.
Yeah.
And the relationships and the friendships I've made along the way. All these amazing people that have come into my life since then, and so every time I see my friends, it's always hugs and high fives all around, and it's like, and it feels good, man. That music's brought us all together. And
it really does, man. It's crazy how music can bring many people of different cultures, different lives, different walks together. You know, healthness, sick, black, white, Mexican, Oriental, it doesn't matter. It brings us all together. Music is such a universal to all things in life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's even what kind of the human race is about in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know what it's about because I wrote it.
Yeah.
And stuff, man. I remember where I wrote it. I wrote it out in the garage out there. I remember writing it. You know what I'm saying? The human race, you know, I was sitting out there and I was just aggravated with the world for a moment and aggravated with life, and so things were going on that I had no control over. And I sat there being like, I'm not giving up. Just not giving up. That just isn't my nature, dude. You know what I mean? You beat me up, knock me down, I'll get back up and fight again. So I'm not giving up, man. And it all just came out I'm not giving up on the human race, dude. I'm not giving up on this one. It just that isn't my answer. That isn't the answer. That's not gonna be the final outcome to this picture.
And I won't give up on the human lying around. Only thing I have to fear is God. Now I tell you, how many mistakes must we have to make before we destroy the human race? Leave this land all to waste. Oh, oh, oh. And I won't give up, no, I won't give up. I won't give up, no, I won't give up. I won't give up on the human race. No, no, no. And I won't give up, no, I won't give up. I won't give up, no, I won't give up. I won't give up on the human race. No, no, no.
Beautiful song, man. I really enjoyed that when we did play live here, and as everybody's going to hear. But that was this is my first time getting to hear anything you've done, and like was really impressed, man. That Human Race that's a great song, and
thank you.
You said you do play these a lot solo, but you also sometimes play with the band.
Oh yeah.
So I'm guessing this is the uke version, but I mean I guess there's a full electric version of this as well, or how do you guys?
I wouldn't call it electric, man. We're all still acoustic in a sense. We're all plugged in.
Yeah.
We're all plugged in, but it's acoustic. I'll have Rich Fleetwood from Spilly Nelson. I'll have Gary Marquette from Spilly Nelson. He also plays Aid in the Beast and stuff. And then I'll have John Sabo the third from the John Sabo Review, and they'll come sit in now. Sometimes you may get me and Gary on the upright bass. Other times you may get me and Rich, man. Other times you may get me and John. There's going to be many times you're going to get all of us on stage. And then, we may even kick in a couple extra guests that night and stuff like that, like Josh Witt or John Foster or somebody that, shows up that knows the songs or whatever. They'll come in and they'll hang out and we'll jam. We'll make it a jam family affair for a moment, just because it's the experience. I mean, that's the whole point of it is you have to be there, because you'll never get the same show twice. You never know what's going to happen. One day you may leave and go, man, dude, they rode a unicycle and hula hooped. And the next time you may leave and go, oh my gosh, dude, they were spinning their instruments and backwards and stuff. What the heck? You just never, it's the night, it's the moment, it's the experience, it's the people, it's truly the energy that's there that night. I'll even get John Mold right over there up on stage sometimes to play the mouth harp. Yeah. He gets a little nervous. Don't get him twisted. He gets a little nervous, but hey, man, it's a good time. It's just a good time. It's a family affair, But at the same time, it's always gonna be good vibes, good energy, good entertainment, good music. It's never gonna be some show that you're gonna ever have issues at, or you're ever gonna walk in and go, oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here, it's too loud, or it's this, or it's just a fun time. Yeah, it's a fun time. Bring your good vibes in, you bring your good people in, and you all hang out and drink and meet a bunch of new people that night, make a bunch of new friends. That's what I believe that a lot of this is about, man. And I believe that them are the best bands. I'll give a shout out to Aaron Cam in a heartbeat, dude. They bring a great vibe every time they show up to a show. Every time I've been at a show, man. I just can't say enough about them. Same thing with Sean Cannon and the Voodoo, man. They just, what the vibes they bring, man. String Cheese, same thing, man. And I hope that I can bring good vibes. Good people, man. Just good people, man, on the same vibe and on the same message that night of going, hey, man, I want to have a good time. I just want to have a good time, hug a couple people, have a couple drinks, relax from the week, and leave all my problems at the door and forget about it and come in and pick them back up when I leave. Yeah.
I think Aaron Cam said it best once, and he said, tell me just one thing that's ever made you feel any better than love. And,
nothing.
Yeah. So that's always resonated with me. I'm like, man, that's the truth right there.
Used to be on my banjo, love is the answer to everything. Yeah. Love, love, man, I love the conversation of love, okay? But love is my weapon and my shield. I can use it in a time of defense and I can use it in a time of war, but love should be the answer to everything. Love hurts, but love is joyful. You know, I mean, love is an all thing. It is the fabric of all things, is love. It's the only thing that I found on the human earth, right, that everybody's searching. Not just one religion, not just one race, not just one person, not just one mind. Everybody, even the most evilest person in the world to the best person in the world, most saint of the world, is searching for love. And love is that last piece of the puzzle of all times, of everything. Because once you find true love of yourself first and then everything else, that's when peace comes. That's when it all comes. That's when it all happens. And that's when people start getting, I don't want to call it powerful, but being able to get inner strength to do impossible things. Because love is the answer.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'll just put it like this, man. If God is love, love is the answer to all things. God is love.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's drop in Dance Gypsy Dance. This is I'm guessing you mentioned dancing. You get to dance and playing the banjo and stuff. And what was the inspiration for this one?
I'd say it was me touring back in the days with String Cheese and doing all the shows and watching, you know, all the different bands, and you'd always see on tour, you know, so many years touring, you'd always see that one girl or that one person that was dancing every show throughout the tour. And you'd see them the next time, and you'd see them the next time, and you'd see them the next time, and that's kind of what it came to, was festivals, you know, camping around bonfires and stuff like that. I'd always see these gypsies, these girls that I never would probably meet, I'd never know, I may know, you know what I'm saying, dancing. We were all having a good time, we were all partying, we were all drinking, we were all festivaling, you know, and they would dance. And throughout the thing, you know, it'd be at night usually, so it was underneath the moon, and we'd dance. And I mean, dude, so to me, I pictured festivals, and I pictured being out at all the shows I've been into in my life and everything like that, and all the dancing I've seen, and I love watching it because I'm part of it. Mm-hmm. I love to dance, man. I mean, as I tell people, if you get my shoes off and you get me, you've done something, because I'm getting down now. Yeah, I don't, you know, with my shoes on, I may tap my foot, I may nod my head, but when my shoes come off, Dean's dancing. I may clear the floor just because I like to dance, you know. So dancing to me is part of music, man. It's part of the arts. So when you get somebody dancing, it's, and especially somebody that's not thinking, somebody that's just free and letting them go, not wild, out of control, but free, letting it go, feeling the music. Yeah, man, you know. And that's what I pictured, was that gypsy, that girl out there, that hippie, the hippie girl around the fire with her skirt and with her tassels and everything like that, and dancing and having a good time, and then going home after the weekend, because the very end of the song is her driving down that dirt road, leaving, you know, until the end, until we meet again, you know, and she leaves, and then she comes back, you know.
Yeah.
But
Dance, gypsy, dance, underneath that moon. Dance, baby girl, like your mama taught you to. Dance, gypsy, dance, unlike we've never seen. All night long, yeah, all night long, I'll see you dancing. All night long, I see you dance. Dance, gypsy, dance, underneath that moon. Dance, baby girl, like your papa taught you to. Dance, gypsy, dance, until the morning dew. as you're out there dancing by the moonlight tonight. I can see moonlight in your eyes. And as you're out there dancing and the fire's burning bright, I can see fire hold inside. As you dance, Gypsy, dance, earth and the moon dance, baby girl, we'll be moving on real soon. Dance, Gypsy, dance, until we meet again, all night long. Yeah, all night long, I'll see you dancing all night long. I'll see you dance.
I guess you can come out and see Justice in the Experience and maybe hear that song live. We have a couple of dates coming up, and on October 19th, you can come out to Redfish Bluefish in St. Charles, Missouri, and Dean will be out there with Bongo Jack.
Yeah, raging.
Yeah, that new record, man, sounds great.
Oh, yeah.
I really, we just hung out the other night, me and Bongo Jack, and had a great time. And,
Oh, he's a great guy, man. Yeah, he's killing it right now.
so we got that. We got and Blake Gardner and the Farmers also on that bill. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
So come on out to that show, and then on the 25th at Willoughby Farms.
Yep, Willoughby Farms out in Collinsville. We'll be playing out there also on the 25th. And then I think Lascelle's on the 1st. We'll be playing 6 to 8 downtown Granite City. Really great place, got some good food, great environment and stuff. Then I think on the 2nd, we're all the way out in Staunton, Illinois. It's Skeeter's. Man, I tell you, last time we went out there, had a great time. That was a fun bar, great bartenders, great crowd, just good people out there, man. Had a blast. I was kind of a little nervous because it was out of my realm kind of thing of going all the way out into Staunton, Illinois, but showed up, and man, what a great place. What a great place. I'd stop by, check out music, check out the bartender, and at least have a drink, one or two. I mean, all of them out there, friendly people. They got a pool hall in the back, all kinds of stuff. Gosh, man, I think after that is what?
We got the third bar on the 10th.
Yeah, the 10th. Got the third bar in Greenville, Illinois. That's going to be a good time. It'll be the first time I get to play there, but super excited to play there. Can't wait, man. I can't wait to play for the locals and play some music for them and see what they're like and just meet new people. I mean, that's the best part about it, meeting new people, you know.
For sure.
And then me and John Sabo will be playing on the 13th at the Vintage Wine Bar in Waterloo, actually, man. It's going to be fun. I love Waterloo. I went down there a couple weeks ago for the Cluster Pluck CD recording.
Yeah.
And also went down there for the John Sable review. And I mean, that little town's cool. The little town's cool, man. I hadn't really hung out too much in Waterloo or nothing like that, but that was a fun little spot to be, man. I enjoyed the environment. I enjoyed the people and everything like that. So super excited to go back and hang out down there.
Very cool,
and,
man.
you know, I mean, drink some wine maybe.
Yeah. Well, you can find all these dates and events and more and everything at Justice in the Experience on Facebook. Follow along there, and you can get more events coming up soon, man. The calendar is filling up. We got a lot of things happening for the band and for Justice here. So let's drop in another one for. You said these two kind of go together. When you play live, you run these two together. So tell me a little bit about these and why these two go together for you.
Well, them two, really, I mean, all my songs have a special spot in my heart, don't get me wrong on this one, but these two really just, I think they're the hardest to play on stage.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they truly touch my heart, and they truly are a part of me, and all my songs are a part of me, and I sing a part of me. But my grandma, anywhere I was on tour, anytime I traveled, any place I lived, whether it's Colorado, Nevada, Florida. It didn't matter where I was at. My grandma always knew where I was at. And when she passed about 3.5, 4 years ago, I just wish there was a phone that I could call her. Because I could call her anywhere. I could be anywhere in the United States and I could call my grandma up. She knew where I was at. Any of my friends could call my grandma up and always get my phone number and find out where I was at if they didn't know where I was at. You know what I'm saying? She was my anchor and stuff. And when she passed, I started writing the song If Heaven Had a Phone. And it was, you know, if heaven had a phone, would you call me on the line? You know, I wonder how you're doing. I hope you're doing fine. Because, I mean, that is truly how I felt, man, you know. And, I mean, the words was just to her. And then I couldn't figure out the verse, though. I couldn't figure out, like, not the verse, but the chorus of it. And then I had one of my old roommates, best friends, old partying buddies. He's one of my idols, my heroes, everything like that nowadays. But he left and went to Africa. And he came back and he had passed away. And his name was Wilbur, Chris Wilbur. And so that's where the second part of it, you know, when I get to heaven, I know I'll see you again. Because there ended up being a night that during the funeral ended up going to Pops and just somebody had said something to me that just wrenched my heart. And after they wrenched my heart, I came back home and that part came up to it. And it just made me start thinking of like Matt Deach and Chris Marcus, Marcus, and just everybody. Just everybody, my brother, just everybody. And it was just like, you know, when I get to heaven, I know I'm going to see these people again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how the song got written. It was about my grandma, and it was about my friends, and it was just about if heaven did have a phone, which I wish they did. You know?
Yeah, for sure, man.
What if?
Yeah.
What if? Just what if? What would you say? What would you do? I mean, hell, I think almost everybody here on earth can agree with me, man. There's one person they call whether they believe it or not.
Right.
You know, and that's just how I felt at that moment, you know, and I still feel it. You know, there's moments where that song gets me really hard, and there's moments where I can go through it and think about it and be happy still that I get to play it for him. Because I know it reaches there.
Heaven had a phone. Would you call me on that line? Tell me how you're doing. I hope you're doing fine. Heaven had a phone. I would call you on that line just to hear your voice and know I'm doing alright. Yeah, my friend. You know, when I get to heaven, I know I'll see you again. I'm doing alright. Yeah, I guess. Because you took a little piece of my heart when you left. Heaven had a phone. Would you call don't know about you all. I just wish heaven had a phone. Man, just so many people I love to call. God, I love to call my grandma right now, honestly. Beach, Chris, just everybody, man. Gosh. Do you know what you are? Heaven ain't got a phone, so you can't call me on that line. I can only hope that this song reaches you in time. Heaven ain't got a phone, so I can't pick up my line. I can only hope that I will see you. See you in time, yeah, my friend. You know, when I get to heaven, I know I'll see you again. I'll see you in time, yeah, I guess. Because you took a little piece of my heart when you left. I know you hurt, I can see it inside. And when you feel so hopeless, you keep that love alive. I know it hurts, don't hold it inside. And when you feel so heartless, you keep that love alive. And I say, sister, the strength you hold inside has got you through these days and these lonely nights. And I say, sister, to keep that love alive, put faith in your heart and God on your side. Yeah. I know you hurt, I can see you cry. And when you feel so loveless, you keep that love alive. I know it hurts, don't hold it inside. And when you feel so heartless, you keep that love alive. And I say, sister, the strength you hold inside has got you through these days and nights. And I say, sister, to keep that love alive, put faith in your heart and God on your side. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. I say, fill yourself with love. Don't you ever give in. When life gets you down, you get back up again. And I say, go ahead and feel your. I say, feel yourself with love, sweet love, sister. The strength you hold inside has got you through these days and nights. And I say, sister, to keep that love alive, put faith in your heart and God on your side. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the second one was about one of my friends, Alicia Tolhurst, which I give a shout out to her. Alicia, I love you. She had her husband and her dad pass away in the same year.
Man.
And as I talked to her, and as I messaged her, and as we just conversated, I could feel the pain. I could feel her heart. I could feel where she was at. And the only message I had for her was, sister, keep the love alive. You know, because the only thing that's going to get you through these days and nights is God and faith. You know, I mean, that was my only message I had, man. I can see you're hurting. I can see you're crying. Man, you know, when you're loveless, when you're heartless, when you're hopeless, when you just don't feel it, keep the love alive, because as we were just talking a minute ago, love is the answer to everything. So keep that love alive. Keep that love alive. Keep the love you had for them alive. Keep the love alive. You know what I'm saying? And so I wrote it about her, and it was honestly, besides Dance, Gypsy Dance, that was the second song I ever wrote on my ukulele, actually, was Keep the Love Alive. And you know, and it was just one of the moments that I sat down and I wanted a message to her, but I didn't have the words or a way to give her a message. I couldn't go over and hug her, tell her everything's gonna be all right. So here it is in a song kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was just one of them things that I just sat down and through the heart and through the spirit, man, just wrote.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can put it, man. You know, I mean, through the heart and through the spirit, man, keep the love alive. If heaven had a phone, human race, all them, man, it was just from the heart and from the spirit, man.
For sure.
You know?
Is there any plans to try to take these to a studio and record and get in maybe a Justice and Experience EP or something going out there?
Honestly, right now I'm just trying to take it one step at a time, because I'm trying to enjoy the journey, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think that an LP or an album is really gonna help me. I think more doing live shows, doing benefits, doing going to the people. I mean, when you get this right here in your hand, this CD, yeah, it's nice, but it's never you know this firsthand. It's never the same as the show.
Right.
You can't see the feelings. You can't see the mess ups. You can't see the perfectness. You can't feel the person next to you bumping shoulders with, and you look over and it's somebody that you're just like, oh, I can't believe I ran into you tonight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to me, I don't know if I really want to put an LP out. You know, I mean, that would be fun. It would be neat. You know, it is definitely on the table, but it's just not something I'm really concerned with right now. My concerns more is more definitely being able to play more shows and more shows and more shows at festivals. I'm trying to get onto festivals. You know, I would love to play as many festivals next year as I can. Getting out to Colorado ski resorts. Definitely just doing the touring thing, just doing the music and getting it out there to the public and to the people, and maybe record my live shows and sell my live shows or something.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just all on the table. It's so I would say it's so open at this point that it all just depends on where we decide to go, kind of thing. Because I mean, it all could be done and everything. I don't think an album at this point is where the best interest is right now. Sure. I think more taking the music to the people and letting them feel the show and letting them experience the show, and taking it more to the world, like through this stuff, through shows like Snoop Dogg and Ellen DeGeneres, you know, stuff like that. But you know, I mean, but obviously, you know, I mean, it's about taking it to the people. It's about taking it to the people, because truly, I'm not trying to. I got to pay my bills, but I'm not trying to make $1 million out of this. I'm trying to actually change somebody's life. Make somebody happier to wake up tomorrow, man. Make somebody happier that they're at their job doing what they're doing, or make somebody happier that they decided that they were going to chase their dreams, because you should never give up on your dream. You know, I mean, that's the biggest thing. The biggest failure in life is never to try. You know, I mean, just the different things of like, man, many people come and go through your life, but only true friends will leave footprints in your heart, and anger is one letter short of danger. I mean, gosh, man, you know, I mean, the world knows it, but they don't remember it. And they're searching for it. They need it. They need the messages. They need the messages of love. They need the message of unity. They need the messages that a lot of these bands are putting out, but it's not the bands that's going to make it mainstream. So if your message won't make the radio or isn't radio, you take it to the people and stuff. And I'm not saying that my message is not radio. It's just I'm looking to go to people and experience people and hug people and hear their stories, hear their life, hear why they like the song.
Yeah.
I don't just need their dollar. I want their experience. Their experience.
Well, I can attest to that, man. As soon as I heard you play, I was smiling. So, it definitely hearing these songs and watching you play too. I mean, that's a big part of it. Just seeing that you're having a good time doing it is infectious. It's like everybody wants to tap their foot along with you and dance. So
100%. It's the experience, man. I mean, that's truly what it is. It's the experience. Gotta come and experience it.
Yeah.
And until you do, man, you're missing out, man. If you just watch videos and try to judge it, you're truly missing out on what truly happens. The magic that happens in a room whenever the experience happens.
For sure, man. That's one of the biggest thing I try to get the word out is live music and try to get people to go to shows, because there's something that happens in
support your local artists, please.
But
we're hungry.
But there's something that happens in that room when you're full of like-minded individuals that are all there for a good time and with the music and everything, and then
100%.
Yeah, like I said, you don't get that through the CD and stuff. You don't get that through the YouTube video and stuff. So.
Not at all. Well,
but
not too many times do I stand in my living room and dance to the CD.
Yeah.
When I get there and I start seeing it and I start seeing somebody doing it live and I feel that bass coming through the floor and I feel the drums or I feel the guitar lead, or you can't help but kick off your shoes and start dancing, man. You may be sore the next day, but you wake up the next day with a great experience.
Sure.
And I mean, and that's what live music is. It's all an experience.
Yep.
It really is, and truly that's what I want everybody to realize is when they come out, you're gonna get an experience, a great experience. I mean, I'm not just selling me. Mm-hmm. I love the experience that happens. I love to watch people out there hula hooping and dancing and singing along and drinking and talking and having smiles and stuff. I mean, it's the best part about it. It's the best part about it.
Oh yeah.
You
You mentioned early on that the rap and hip hop days, but you were telling me you go by the nickname of OGE.
Yeah, I go by OGE on the microphone.
Did that come from the hip hop days?
Yeah, that came from the hip hop days and everything like that, man. Honestly, it was probably about 2000 that it came around and everything like that. OGE, One Good Eye, representing out of Granite City, Illinois, and stuff, But I guess that's been my DJing and I guess stage name ever since then. I kind of went back to my original name of Dean Justus with Justus and Experience, but OGE all the way, One Good Eye. In fact, Northern Lights has me looking to the skies while skunk 6 only found on the mountainside. Bubblegum, I chew it all the time while picking blueberry lemon skunk. That's right, because I'm humbled out those with the white rhinos and the white widows holding cotton candy. Yeah, I'm humbled out those with the white rhinos and the white widows holding cotton candy. I'll never give up hip hop, but man, dude, I guess nowadays I don't know, man. It just ain't the same. It ain't the same now. They got all the trap music and stuff like that. Nothing against music. Music's great, period, as long as you're expressing yourself. But it ain't the same to me. It ain't the same.
You said
because I'm older.
Too short earlier, and it brought me back because
don't get me started now.
Well, I can recall. I was probably 13, 14.
Yeah.
Maybe even before that. I don't know, but my cousin introduced me to a lot of music around that time. I had to be maybe 12, whatever it was, but I remember hearing Blowjob Betty in his car, and I also remember being turned on to Eazy-E's
Oh yeah.
I bought Easy straight off the streets of motherfucking Compton at a flea market.
That's great.
When I was like, 12 or whatever. So.
I think the very first album I ever bought was Guns N' Roses, man, Appetite for Destruction Adventure.
Yeah.
Out in Fairmont City. And
That's
stuff.
a good one, man.
Yeah, man. It was only because I had the Skull and Crossbones on. I was probably about 9 years old, man. I thought it was badass, so I had to buy it, and it turned out to be one of the coolest albums I ever listened to. Actually, I used to wear that thing out, man. I don't know how many of them got ate back in the day. The cassette player and stuff. Yeah, dude, that was fun times. That was fun times. Old hip hop.
Man,
but I love all kinds of music, honestly. I mean, I'd say my biggest influences nowadays are like Grateful Dead and Jack Johnson.
Yeah,
they're my two. I mean, if I'm gonna go and try to learn a song or learn a solo or something like that, I'm gonna look up and try to figure out what Jerry or Bob Weir or one of them was doing, and everything. And
you put on your short shorts and try to channel some Bob Weir?
Oh, dude, don't get me started on the short shorts. I've been trying. Fleetwood, you heard him call you out, right? You gotta get them short shorts going, brother. But yeah, man, I mean, he had the shortest shorts ever, man. The 70s basketball shorts and stuff. You can't deny Bob Weir's style. Come on, man. I mean, it was an original.
Sean
stuff.
Mentioned Sean Cannon's Voodoo Players, and they do Bob Weir night down there, and they all wear their short shorts, and
that's fun.
It's pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Who does that?
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah. I love it.
Do you cover some of that stuff on your shows whenever you're doing your?
Yeah, I'll do Grateful Dead and everything like that. I'll do some Grateful Dead sometimes. Other times I'll do Bob Dylan, which obviously Grateful Dead covered a lot of Bob Dylan. Also, everybody I think covered Bob Dylan. But yeah, I love to do some Dead. I mean, that's one of my favorites and stuff. I mean, to me, when you listen to the Dead, and if you listen to Dead, you truly have more of an appreciation of music for some reason. They were so in depth in music when you got into them musically that they're amazing. But I play Jack Johnson also. I mean, to me, I love my originals. That's my favorites to play. I mean, I'm a little biased maybe and stuff, but they're me, man. They come from my heart. They're something that I feel that I can express. But to me, to play some Friend of the Devil, or Ripple, or one of the Grateful Dead songs, it touches my heart. The whatever, I love playing them because the more that I learn, I feel the better I become.
Sure.
Because I can't get the uke to sound like Jerry Garcia, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, it don't sound nothing like it a lot of times, but to be able to just play it, period, it's fun, I mean, it's kind of like playing John Lennon. John Lennon was a huge ukulele player, and to be able to play some of his songs like Imagine, I mean, or Leaving on a Jet Plane, a lot of people associated that with, I think it's Armageddon or something like that. One of them movies or singers or something like that. But truly, John Lennon wrote that. I mean, that's cool,
right?
And everything. So, to me, I take influence from many musicians, but my favorite to try to learn is Grateful Dead because it challenges me the most. They don't play a standard music. They play a little bit different. They're a different sound. They're a different strum. They're a different solo. I mean, it's great. I mean, musically, it's the best music out there, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never really I mean, I knew of this style of music, obviously, but I never really appreciated it fully until working down at Oyster Bar and seeing a live from Sean Cannon and a couple other groups that come through there and stuff, and getting to see it all live made me really truly because I listening to the recordings and the records and stuff, and I never really quite became a huge fan of the Dead, but again, seeing it live and seeing these players, it made me hey man, this is some really good stuff. So, and I never actually got to see, obviously, the Dead or
that dude Sean Cannon's on another level, man. Let's put that right, man. That's dude's on another level, man. Yeah. He's killing it, man. I love it. Yeah. Can't say enough cool about that. Dude.
Yeah.
Not just a good guy, but great player.
Definitely. Well, again, come on out to these shows. Justice and Experience coming to a town near you. we have we shared some of these live songs, so you get a little taste of what's to come. But man, I'm really glad we made this work tonight. We were here. It's been a real honor getting to meet you and getting to share some of these stories and stuff. And I wish you nothing but the best, man. I'm excited to see where this goes from here. The fact that you've only been doing this for a couple of years now as with the uke and stuff, I'm excited to see.
Like I said, I've been playing music for years though, man, you know what I'm saying? But just a couple of years, maybe 3 years on the uke, but I played the baritone, drum major of the high school band, banjo, DJ'd, MC'd, I can't wait to see what the future holds too, man.
I think you're
can't
really
wait for the people I get to meet.
Yeah, there's some great stuff going on here with these tunes, and I'm excited for the people.
I gotta give some shout outs first, man. I hate to do this, but man, I gotta give a shout out to Dan Rogers, definitely.
Yeah.
John Mold, my mama, Kelly Wood, Fleetwood. I mean, all Spiller Nelson, John Sabo. I mean, just so many people I'd love to shout out there to you. Shakalaka Muha to my brother. I love you, brother.
Yeah, man. That's but yeah, get involved. We got the Facebook page, like I said, more dates and everything coming there, and come on out to a show. I gotta come to a show.
Yeah, you gotta come to a show, man. Definitely, brother.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, we'll do a live broadcast from the show.
There you go.
That'd be awesome.
Book page.
Huh?
You can get a page to color.
Yep. Oh, don't forget, man. We're having I know you won't get much time, but if you show up to a show, you can actually get one of our logos and color it, and we're having a competition. That at the end of the month, our 2 logos, we're going to pick a winner, and whoever wins actually gets a autographed t-shirt with that logo on it. The logo will go on to the actual CD, and on top of that, your name will go inside the CD for actually coloring the logo. Your name will go in the CD, say colored by. I also got to give Matt Salzman from Extreme Mink a shout out for drawing the logo and actually taking the time to help me out and everything. But yeah, we got a coloring competition also going on until the end of October. So man, make sure you get out and color the best shit you can.
Yeah, man. I got to see what I can do.
Definitely. I'll give you 2 of them.
There we go.
Yeah. Can't cheat though.
All right.
It's one of each logo.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time, brother.
Yeah, man. Happy to help. This has been a ton of fun tonight. So, thanks everybody. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Yep. See you at a town near you soon. Y'all have a great time. Just us in the experience.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.